for Monday, November 9th and Tuesday, November 10th. So you can see on the learning targets, we will recap circulatory system. So just to remind you, we talked about the difference between structure and function. Structure is what something, how it's built, what its parts are, what its components are, and function is what it does. So the main structures of the circulatory system we learned were the heart, the vessels, and there are three kinds of vessels: veins, arteries, and capillaries. Veins carry blood to the heart, arteries carry away from the heart, and capillaries connect them. We also learned that blood is a supporting structure because it's not really a structure, it's a tissue. But blood could be on that list as well. The main function of the circulatory system is to transport material. We learned that there are correlating organelles, but they are not organelles that we learned. Specifically, they are the Golgi apparatus and the endoplasmic reticulum. So moving on to respiratory system, we talked about how the respiratory system has several more parts than the circulatory system. But the function of the respiratory system is, a lot of students say, to breathe. Yes, to breathe. But what does that actually mean? What that means is to exchange gases. So you take in oxygen and you give off carbon dioxide. The giving off of the carbon dioxide is just as important as the intake of oxygen. So the main function of the respiratory system is to exchange gases. The structures of the respiratory system, starting at the mouth, the nose, then you have the pharynx and larynx, and then you have the lungs and, the trachea, the windpipe. So pharynx, larynx, trachea. And then you have the bronchi. Those are the large pipes that fork off. And then you have the actual lungs filled with bronchioles. Those are smaller and smaller and smaller tubes, finally ending with the alveoli, the little tiny clusters. They look like little bitty grapes or little bitty bubbles. And there are millions and millions of them in your lungs. And that's where the exchange of gases actually takes place. So I can give examples of structure and function within the respiratory system. We have listed those now. So on to what we did in class. If you missed our last class, here's our video. We did our warm-ups. We watched a brain pop on the respiratory system. And then just like last time, we asked you to open this up, create a copy. This where it says click here to access the notes, create a copy, put it in your science notes folder so you can find it. And then go through this PowerPoint and fill in the blank with those notes. And so if we didn't finish that in class, that was homework. We then also ask you to do a respiratory system click and drag self-check, also goes in your notes file. And then in some classes, we did the respiratory system learning check. In others, we put it off until the next class period. But finally, for homework, we asked you to jump in with our next system, and that is the skeletal system. So go ahead and watch the intro video and answer the intro questions on the skeletal system before you come to class so that we can jump right in talking about it. All right, that's it. Hope this gets you where you need to be. Have a great day.